played that
and just
one
commit.
time this year. I really think these opening 2 maps are about stealing away your opponent's map pick to set yourself up in a great spot in this series.
Yeah, I think that's true. Again, and Bind will be interesting because they're both pretty average at Bind. G2 on defense, EDG on attack.
To look towards. It will be EDG on the attack. G2 on the defending side.
Okay, we got a straight. We were ready for a trap play here.
Already noted.
But then maybe they went too fast with numbers.
Over in Waterfall was stun held early on in the round, but I think EDG,
So, pressure over towards C. G2 are so ready for a side hit.
Teo Utility has already cleared over towards that A space, so the likes of G2, they can sit a little bit more comfortable in this stack. But already Kang's
mad respect to Kang. Just absolutely sent it.
Yeah, he made that noise.
It's a hard retake. Let's keep an eye on the 2 that are going fast behind. Valen still has Omen Flash. Like a lot is going to be on Chichu, and you would imagine a smoke's coming here to wreck him.
They want to bring that pace. They take up towards that CT side, over towards stairs. Now the fight actually begins. Util still in play. It's Leaf to fall, Trent to fall.
Wow.
Goes down. G2 falling like flies until then. Jorgamo and Jonah P now.
It's kind of low.
Struggle to say the least.
Damn, dude. Respect. And there was something really small here that was interesting. Is Chichu smoked off this choke. And that changed so much. Door opens, Chichu put this smoke here, and then it kind of looked like they were all over towards site, and then he won the duel. Nobody did incredible to get 2. Dude, we didn't shoot the fade eye. Yeah, look at it. They're literally looking at the smoke, and they're not even considering that Chichu's there. I really think that Chichu won this round. I know that nobody got the double kill in heaven, but...
Absolutely phenomenally. So far across this tournament in that series versus G2 earlier as well. Looks like into this next round, G2 have guessed poorly. 4 players on that
pistols,
C
we'll
side.
keep an eye on it. EDG have been pretty good at pistols in this tourney so far.
He doesn't even have a sheriff to his name.
They did get 4-2'd though last tourney. I mean last map. Wait, what just happened there? Giacomo didn't check close left, thought they were all going tree. Who's close to their ult? Who are we snowballing with? No one. They're kind of even.
Smoggy's conditioning is that he's just going to kill you if you look at him.
Well, they made this look real easy though. Okay, a little bit of damage. That's it. 10 might not even rebuy armor. Might just get heavy armor. We'll see.
He doesn't have to go very far. He's already back in spawn, ready to rebuy a gun.
Isn't that nice of them?
Not too bad.
Any early ults to come through here? Nothing massively locked in yet. Obviously, Chichu the closest, but not exactly something you're going to be writing home about. But again, I do want to see once those start building, who's going to be the player to kind of take the forefront in this. We've got some big names here. Maybe some that you wouldn't expect. Jaws not even been the kind of headliner in my mind. It's been Jonah P, it's been Trent, it's been Leaf on occasion, all having their moments in the sun. Of course, for EDG, just lists off the whole roster.
Yeah. It's going to be a brawl headed over towards Rubble in this early round. I mean, tons of utility spent.
Well, that's a lot.
Everything's here. This is absolutely wild. It's Jonah P and Trent.
Yeah, this is nice from them. G2 decides to go aggro with 4. They do their 4A. They took a lot of damage, but
damage nonetheless.
Yeah, G2 going to back out that space, just throw up the Viper wall, fall on back.
dude, there was so much util hit.
Player rotating into that B space, so can use a Teho drone to clear out front B. Realize
they do the stun from tree as well. It's strong with the salvos going here. You kind of fill up like the whole of this, really. The only little gap you have is just out in the open where you can get
now the pressure's
spammed.
almost on G2 to keep this cool, to not lose any of these access points, and I hope they don't go overly searching here. Jorgamo better play this patiently.
People have been starting tree a lot heavier these days.
Says that he might, gets it, sees the spike. That's a good look from him. Going for more is just too
Don't know
much,
about
though.
going for more there.
Could cost him. Again, these are small
That could
margins,
actually
fine
own them a
margins,
little
and look
bit.
at the rest
He
of
did good
G2.
to get the
Look
fast, and then
they are sat here.
that's that puts your team in a rough spot, especially with Trent so low.
Once you lose players, especially, there's these huge gaps. They've got 2 players in spawn right now because you can't hold B site and A site. Instead, they're giving all that territory away, saying you plant the spike, tell us where you are, then we'll go on the retake.
And then you look at Trent and you look at Valen, utility at plenty. They've got plenty to play on the retake with as well. They can try and clear through some of these areas. And for EDG, it's doing their due diligence as well.
That's Cloven the 20 so far.
Nice attempt.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like they could have maybe paused for a second and tried to play off it.
EDG haven't played Lotus since
Nobody's tried to slip
It's
in
the
there.
China
Now,
games.
Leaf is such an aware player. He should be heads up for this one. Lovely. Good shoulder check. Doesn't need to do too much. Needs to wait for the other two to swing in through this smoke. Looking for that paranoia. It's good. Nobody removed from the fight. Smoggy falls. Valen strides in. It's
Very, very nicely handled from G2 on this one. They were very chill on this. It was a good round. EDG at least gonna know that they started 4 on A. They saw all the util. And honestly, I think they only put breach here when they're starting 4A. I'm not entirely sure.
Over towards sand, so as soon as they come in on the anti-bonus, it's going to be that big rubble fight. Throw that loop at EDG, catch them off guard.
Nice, boys.
This feels like it's all about kind of setting expectations, right? Tempo expectations, the pressure, the pace coming in from this. Because EDG went in really head first over towards that rubble side.
Okay, even though it doesn't look like it, there are 2 people that can't really buy from G2.
Honestly, EDG,
This would be 2-9. This would be 2-1.
Oh, this might be vicious.
Do they go back out? Chi-Chu changes his pathing on this one.
And if anything, he just found the bad end of the gun. Trent and Joe P putting in the pain.
Dude, I kind of liked their idea though. Their idea was pretty sick. With the wall that goes out, and then before the wall's about to go, you put the fade eye in the middle, so once the wall then disappears, then it would just reveal everyone. Wow, they messed up the timing slightly. And honestly, G2 shot it pretty early. It's 2 rounds in a row where 4 people aggro over towards A.
Hyper passive, right? Playing almost in spawn. Now it looks like G2 still want to secure this space by rubble. It's been evacuated. Maybe just that Teo drone coming in and still having some contact kept them present enough. But the C site is completely available. Obviously, EDG don't know that. They're still going to try and take a little bit of precaution on the way through. But this buys time for some of these rotations. And for G2, they don't need to rush.
Yeah, and they use the Omen flash to get in over towards it. Let's see where Trent ults. So they're going to use the ult into this one for sure.
They're going to want to fight forward, and Simon has the fault line ready to go.
Like maybe this might be why they're trying to fight Waterfall so heavy. Definitely got to keep an eye on this jewel from Leaf. Oh, Simon did great. Big 1v1.
Makes it there. Down to the 1v1. Simon sees him playing around. What does Simon say about this one?
Boy, nicely done from Valen.
Brings him to his knees. And
Simon maybe had his chance there with the TP.
That was unreal, right? EDG had the perfect read, stun up 2 targets, but they weren't ready for that extra player into Waterfall. Valen keeping his cool now.
Emma said thank you so much as well, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm just impressed with the
Snapstrix as well with the prime. Thank you also, dude. Yeah, you see how the fade I just kind of. If they had gone a little bit earlier, it might have won. Do you think you see it above the wall as well?
But then in these post plants, they know what they need to do here. EDG want to get that advantage back, want to get a player up. They're ready for these brawls.
Yeah, the brawls on the retakes are looking real clean. And honestly, they're set up to continue showing similar looks.
Let's go, baby.
Jumping in the next round,
EDG getting the plant does mean they can buy into this, but you got 3 people that can't buy next. And they did so much damage that we got 3 people from G2 that can't buy next, so definitely going to see these ults go in. When we're talking about ults, we're 1 away from 2 people for getting ults for EDGs. That G2 that are doing their aggro A want to just fight over towards this orb over towards C.
Not to speed up into the A side, that they're playing for this space in front B. Well, G2 with this sand space, they can
G2 just calling around the orbs, and EDG just going for what's looking like a B split.
In the mid-round.
I like what EDG are trying though. They're going fact-finding, right? They're looking for information here. They felt maybe there was that pressure towards A, but they've already put players up towards it, right? A little bit of a show towards door, a little bit of the paranoia. These are all ticks in the box, right? They're trying to draw players over, get a read.
They're really trying to
EDG have the
straight up B hit, but this might be because there's so much pressure of orbs at the moment. Yeah, dude, look, they just Teo ulted. They thought they were over towards tree because they opened the door. But EDG baited so heavy just purely because they're 1 away from so many ults that you would imagine that they'd be defaulting for the ults for the orbs, but instead they go straight B. That was kind of sick, by the way. As soon as they opened tree, they thought there were so many here, they invested the ult.
Catching that B rotate. They out-pivoted G2 so
Yeah,
well
no, they
this round.
owned them. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that's all down to ult though, because Smoggy was one away, Kang was one away, and I think Simon was close. I can't remember if he was 2 away or what. But either way, they were just so close to the ults that they were so sure they would be playing around this. And then I think the comms there is just like B is so weak because they're so heavy focused on the sides. That might have been a masterclass, to be honest. It looked like it.
I mean, it's just the boldness in the way EDG plays.
And they did no C pressure at all. So as soon as that A pressure is coming in of opening the door, you think there's numbers there, because why would you have like 4 people towards B? Especially when you're one away from an ult, it's like an easy call.
By what, round 5, round 4? They have plans in mind. It's
Damn,
beautiful.
that was a sick round.
The money of G2.
All those little inserts they left on the map to watch their backs also looking very nice. Now, G2, they've got a fault line ready to stun front B if Valen finds any sort of contact.
And now after that round, G2 have to eco, and they got to go against the ult cycle of EDG, because they're about to have all 5 up. They got 4 up at the moment. Chichu, I would say he's in trouble, but it's Chichu. I mean, yeah, sure. Should have gone for it.
I'm about to be surrounded. Lovely little set piece for G2 just to maybe try and get that weapon away, right? Secure some security for themselves, get a little upgrade, and bail out. Valen's going to have that for now, but the C site is under threat.
I don't want to make you nervous, but EDG lost 8 of their 13 anti-ecos yesterday.
Stop it. Stop it. It won't happen again, right? Not
Yeah,
like
no, they're
this.
using ults this time into it as well. They do not want to get ecos.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances this time.
I wonder if this is something that's changed as well, because if you watched EDG yesterday on PAL, I think it was PAL, they had like a Yoru ult and they were about to go into a stack and they didn't want to use the Yoru ult because they're against an eco. I wonder if now they're just like, guys, we got to treat an eco as a normal rounds. We got to start using ults.
It was a 3v5 at one point. Go into the Neon Ultimate, G2 have no chance against that.
And maybe again, look, if we note the statistics that EDG was struggling in converting those sort of rounds, having some issues there, yeah, they doubled down.
Looks to me like G2 are gonna go all in for another.
I Russia fight. Thank you so much for the prime, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
These last few rounds, and G2 are continuing to dominate.
Really nice from Jogo. Every single time they go 4A though, G2 win the trade out. We've seen them go 4A 3 times. Ooh, that's nice as well with the stun. That was sick, dude. Yeah, the 4A from G2 is winning so many rounds. It's every round at the moment.
Sprinting on the flank to catch out EDG. It was a great refight back through door from Trent. Jogamo starting it off with the 2K. That's what G2 need to continue to show this fight into rubble and force EDG out of that space.
Feels like a game of chicken now. I'm looking.
This was nice from Jogamo. He like used their wall against them.
Like who's gonna back away first? Surely they won't do it again, right? Surely they won't run in this time.
Well, I'm not so sure. What EDG need to do is make sure they're not getting double flashed when they're double diving into
4A
I
again.
think they're going back rubble this time around, and G2 are fighting them again.
This time we don't invest the salvos, so we're gonna have like a punish. Yeah, breach all. Very nice. It's really nice from G2. Yeah, just TP out of there, just run away.
Is waving the banner of G2. They're just not even giving him a chance.
Okay, really, really nice. G2. 4 rounds every single time, 4-8. Dude, they gotta accept that they can't go 8. I think they're just gonna have more of a reactive default. Well, like they hear someone close, if you see that breach done from tree, then you're probably not going out 8.
Overcommitting bodies. They let EDG into the space because they have the ultimate trump card. The breach ult just wreaks havoc on EDG, trying to flood in there one after another.
And they're not finding resolution to this, right? And we give a lot of compliments, and rightly so, to EDG for their problem solving.
Is it just a comp diff for their A take? No, it's just numbers, dude. They're putting 4 there.
But taking space
4 on defense should always be winning that. Okay, the problem with this is, so this is where like mind games come into it as well. Because for sure the coach is gonna have 4A written on his notes, and it's gonna be like, well, they've done it 4 times, and then you call a timeout, so it's like super obviously not going over towards A. So do you actually go out towards A now after this?
Yeah.
rotating
That's
out
like,
of the space
and then you change it up later where you have like one watching for the A push.
EDG with this comp, you know, Clove, Neon in there makes sense.
No, honestly, because they're not going to go for A
There
here.
could be a world where they come out of this timeout
Unless
and make
G2 are one of
slight
those teams that
adjustments
just
to
keep on
that
doing
level
something
attack,
until it
because
fails.
if they can't prove they can beat G2
Like
there,
you must be
just
so
kinda
tempted to
lose
go
this
back
side
A
of
here.
Lotus.
It is a huge point to fight for. What's been the difference? What's the adjustment? You
Yeah,
can't
see?
keep doing the same thing and hoping for a different outcome.
Saying that,
Broken purchase too. It ain't
he
pretty.
just
There's
changed
still
up his
gonna be those
TP. They're
stingers
going
there, but
4A
they do
again.
have 3
Oh
right
god.
on being a Bulldog, yes, but still. We go
Thank God I'm
again
not coaching
into
anymore.
the
I would have just
battlefield.
completely lost the round for a team.
Repeat. Utility
To be fair though, they
It's a
changed it
little
up.
bit
They
more
don't
restrained
actually
if they
use their
teleport
stun
this
or
time around,
anything.
getting ready for the
They just
quick
reactive
clear.
stun, so you would have
That's
actually got
nice.
through the choke.
Now surely G2 have
And then you
considered
probably
this
would
as
have caught
well,
Euro
right? With that
doing
Taylor drone going through B,
taking
we're
it
gonna
up.
see nothing. Re-smoke and Valen now.
Okay,
He's
so all they
stunned,
wanted to do was
play
late
there.
take it.
He plays it early as well. Stunned up, he still comes out
Yeah,
clean.
no, honestly, they would have been better
G2,
just sending it
this is
A.
their part
Would
of
have
the
caught the
round.
Euro
I
TP
don't
in.
know how EDG are meant to
G2
make
are
it through.
on top
They
of the
are
mind
being
games here.
massacred towards A.
I can't stress enough how different this look of
Yeah, and
G2
so all
is.
they did was
Not just
look
from
for
the
this.
last time they
This was
played
kind of smart from
EDG,
G2 though,
but
right?
how
They just
played
didn't
this
add
map
the
of
stun
Lotus,
in.
you never
And then
see
they
this
just
team fighting
saved the
just like
stun.
this.
So they made
But
it
the
look
prep
like it
coming
wasn't
in
3
told them
going
EDG like
aggro
to
over
fight for
towards
this
A.
space. Josh RT said,
But they actually
"Don't
had 4
let them
people
have it
here.
for free." And they pretty consistently forced the issue on Rebel.
And again, we were kind of complimenting it even in that round. The little tempo change there from EDG, showing a little bit of patience, not going into the util early, not wanting that early scrap, but G2 still just spamming
They
into
read
the
we
spot,
won't do it again.
winning
I think they
every
read
fight.
the fact that they were
This
going to
feels
lay
like a
luck
shutout.
out, to
It
be
is
honest.
crazy to see this. EDG, keep
'Cause
in
they
mind,
saved the
want
reach
pistol, want
stun.
the follow-up. These are sort of things that add to the scoreline.
Valen, yeah. Dude, the
Doing
IGL
whole
off at the moment's pretty
definition
good.
of madness thing is doing the same
Okay.
thing over and over and hoping for a different outcome. Surely
Okay, now
there
they hear
is
the
a
aggro
difference.
A
A.
little better. It's the fake
And
TP.
they
This time instead
in
of the
reaction
fake
take
TP,
B
quick
space.
but I love this look
They've
from
been
EDG.
popping B
We
a
liked it
lot.
before as well. We liked it when they went
G2's
through
B
Waterfall. We liked a lot of
retakes
this.
are normally
Want to see a
very
bit
good. It's
more
normally all
EDG.
about
They go
Valen's
for the target,
flash.
They are, but close by, G2 are waiting. Nobody lucky, but Flash
Whoa.
proactive on the play.
Whoa, okay.
Takes the swing, takes
Well,
the trade better.
it's a little bit
EDG
harder when you
bringing
take
out
so
their
much map
fights,
control
but
like this.
Tipping the scales right back in. It's a scrap through and through. This is a bloody battle from start to end, down to the 2v2.
Dude, he's going for around the world. Kankang's to do so much
There's
here.
a late flank coming in from Chi-Chu as well. The fight was won in main, but Chi-Chu is on the
Always
hunt.
gonna get weird.
No way. Chi-Chu, your timing is everything. They thought about it, Leaf thought about it, but you're on the other side.
Very nice from Jorgamo.
I say
Very, very
now,
nice from
for
him. Good
G2
ult as well.
today. Exactly
Got out at the
what
right
they
time,
needed.
realized the side was
You just
empty.
can't discount Chi-Chu in a spot like that.
No, you
the
can't.
collective holding a breath in this arena. Because every other time he's in a spot like that this tournament, he has won it. Finally, someone steps up to take him down.
I like the idea from EDG. They're going to take some space.
Challenged on this retake again. EDG
Jogamo just
getting
kinda
up in
owned
their
them.
face.
God, I keep expecting one team just to slow it down.
Oh,
slow
last
down
bullet.
the pace, but it's just trading back and back and back and back. It's crazy watching these two just fight this out the
Dude, he had
whole
3
way.
bullets on that last duel.
Because once again, it's a pad buy. Once again, out of this timeout, it's showing some presence A, but not going into the space. But clearly, the adjustment
Okay, but
hasn't resulted
EDG would be a lot better if they...
for EDG.
The only thing that's annoying me from EDG is like they leave 4 here. Right, they have 4 here, and it's like when they go aggro to react, the 4 have to do this. Imagine having 4 here with 1 info here. Like they could insta-react so fast. Like they could have been in sight and there would have only been 1 here.
But G2, again, showing their willingness to fight on these sites.
Health bars were looking bad for EDG, but it was mostly the
a
decay
good plan.
damage. Now EDG, what do we do? Still 1 off from a breach ultimate. Nothing else really to play with. But you know they want to get aggro.
Hungry for this one too.
Oh,
not
Smoggy
pretty for
sleeping a
Smoggy
little
there.
bit.
That's rough. Forced away now.
Yeah,
the
now
sight
what? No
starts
map
to
control?
constrict, starts to feel smaller. Starts to feel uncomfortable. Valen not clean himself, but more HP. Job done. Simon and Chi-Chu. We say it when Chi-Chu stands, it always feels like
Look at
there's a
Valen.
chance, but this
He's
is a lot
taking
to
so
ask
long for it.
It might be. Oh my God! It is still Chi-Chu. Hold on. There's a man diving behind.
Dude, Jogamo's doing work right now. Jogamo's doing work for sure. Dude, I hate how EDG are playing now. Like their reaction to the 4A is so bad. Like why are they just having 4 close to listen to the 4 going aggro A?
Yes,
Like,
it comes off the
their
back.
reactions are so slow.
Buys from EDG, but it's the manner in which it's happening, their game plan being deconstructed, that is the most concerning. EDG have not been able to find an answer to these early fights. They've started shying away from them, but even
Like
then,
here again,
G2 are
what are you gonna do?
so
Not
much
go
more
out and
successful
react
than
over
most
towards C? You're gonna spend so much longer. Like they're sending it A. They're up against the 4A again. Here we go. Let's see.
Operator there for Leaf, he's fine now. He can just sit there on the angle if he fancies
Have
it,
they
but here
finally
comes the
sussed this
fight.
one out?
We've seen it before. It looks like we'll see it again.
Oh god! How's he got a second doing that? Obviously, I'm not sure they figured it out, but when Kang Kang does that, you just gotta respect it.
This post plant is going to be a bloodbath. Simon has the rolling thunder. There's ults on John, Trent, and
I'm
G2
not
are
sure
moving
that
quickly.
counts, but...
Wait,
Wait, do we have a TP out of there? Oh god, he's committing this time. Oh, the ult's good. Forces them all land to the open. Really, really doable. Whoa, what a shot that was. Wait, what? That was nuts from Smoggy.
EDG are right back in it. Just an explosive
Dude, that was
round
crazy from
between
Kang
these
Kang
two
though.
teams,
Crazy
toe
from
and toe
Kang
throughout
Kang.
this opening half.
He tanked the Salvos to like what, 50
Feeling in the
HP?
air, but this
55?
series is already shining up
Second
to be a good
kills.
one.
That second kill's nuts, dude. I still think G2 did incredible. I think they did incredible. Lost pistol, managed to get it to 7.
Had it with your old phone? We've got you. At Verizon, trade in any old phone for iPhone 16 Pro on us, on any plan, and get iPad and Apple Watch Series 10.
That was the
all
only
free on
round they
us.
lost
That's
their
up to
4A.
$2,000 in value, only on Verizon.
Oscar with the prime. Thank you. Appreciate the 5 months.
Gives you wings.
Yeah, let me mute this up before we get wrecked a little bit. That was fun though. That was fun. I definitely felt like EDG were really slow to work out how to handle it. And I'm not even sure they worked it out at the end. I think they just got... Kang just forced his way through. Sandy, thank you so much. Thank you. We kind of need to see if EDG can do the same on defense. I still think they have to win a pistol. I'm pretty sure. EDG's comp is good for pistol. I mean, they have a Clove, yeah, so true. Do you think Yoru is too strong in pro play? Although G2 don't make it look like the ult is busted, I think the ult is really busted. I think the ult needs to change a little bit. I think everything else in the kit's kind of okay.
So far at this tournament, G2 and EDG have played 7 pistol rounds versus each other. Currently,
Jorgamo
EDG
makes it
have
look fair.
won
Jorgamo
all
and
7.
Zekken have the
They're coming into the
craziest
second
Yoru
half
ults.
trailing, but for G2
What changed
to
though? I'm
come
not
home
sure.
and take this series seriously,
Like I kind of think
they've
honestly
gotta be
you
able
should
show
just
up
be
in
able to
these
see
early rounds.
him instead of him being invisible.
And that scoreline could rattle a lesser team. But as you said, EDG have the strength of the pistol.
And then like
That's something
maybe
that sat with them
last
well
3 seconds or
throughout
something he
this
goes
matchup and this
invisible.
specific head-to-head.
Something like that.
Could be enough to close the scoreline.
That would make
but
it
can they
awful.
stick true to the
Dude, I'm
stats?
telling you, it
That's
would make it
the
awful in
ultimate
ranked. In
question
pro
here on
play it
the
would still be
opener.
insane.
And honestly, I think I might get a little bit more of a respite. Hold on, Smoggy's dodged away from some of this utility down to
Guys, you can't fight C against this comp.
Lucky boys. I don't
I'm
think they know the
so
damage they've
worried
done,
that
but
EDG
it's
are
still
already messing
damage
up.
done.
You cannot fight C against this comp.
Completely alone, but Simon has fault line to support him on this fight.
He's gonna need help. Someone help him. Kang is so alone.
What?
It felt disjointed. Maybe a misread here. EDG looking a little bit behind the curve. And look at where Leaf's gone to. Simon trying to be subtle with it, but there's nothing subtle about it. Easy light work for Valen. This looks, for the first time in a while, like EDG are completely behind the wheel.
Yeah, that's certainly a way to win a pistol round. Just 2 free kills to start things off. My eyes are on Smoggy on the flank, but again, he's on 5 HP, so unless he's shooting Jean in the back of the head. And look at those names!
Oh boy.
What?
No way! That
Both
is
on
a
top.
absolute tilter
That's
of a way to
wild.
end it. And Smoggy was the one who was just left battered
Well,
and bruised from the start.
That's one way
They were
to
singing the
win a
praises of
pistol.
EDG. I have never seen them
They
work
got how much
so
damage they
well,
get
so
from
well.
salvos
That
there.
was wild.
Smoggy down to
I
5,
wanna see exactly what
95.
happened. My guess
Did
is
they
that
just get
the ball came down
295
at the
damage
same
from
time as
salvos?
the double Tejo nade came in. And EDG were
I
just
think so.
completely caught off guards. Boom. Oh, there was a stun. A nasty little
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm not actually
And
sure.
he,
if
and he
they
had
needed
armor
to
as
use the
well.
stun on
Let's
the
add
exit.
another
G2 might have been
25
holding
onto
the
that.
entire
It's
time, or just
crazy.
getting it off the refresh.
That is crazy.
G2 look like a different beast, don't they? This worries me because again, 7 out of 7 were EDGs. That was something that was such a big backbone to their games. Always get that nice buffer at the beginning. Now, you're gonna have to work it out without that. And a big start here for G2, up to 8 early. Jaw having a good little series 2 for him here. Little confidence builder after what's been
Sprite Legend with a tier 1.
We
Hello,
know his
hello. Appreciate the
highs.
19 months.
Very hard to have that against a team like EDG.
Exactly. G2 going for true FPX buy here, 3 rifles, so
Accurate
options to
gunplay, yeah.
upgrade into round 15. Start to snowball this half away potentially. Looking at ultimates, they haven't done a stellar job so far of scaling those up, although Trent on 3 right now. If they slow play this round, play for the orbs, the plant.
So the shocks can only do max 75. Yeah, and you have to have a perfect lineup. And they even reduce the radius.
Thank you, observers, you absolute beauties.
So G2 and EDG are very different teams. EDG on their attacking side fought A at 1 minute 40 seconds,
Yes.
I think every single round, or just about.
Give or take.
G2 play a lot slower, moving over to the C site, but EDG have done their homework. They've got a flank going, yeah, that gets shut down, but the rotates are in, and G2 only have 30 seconds to play with. They're pivoting away from C.
I do get nervous when I see these rounds go this late. There is that one sheriff with Kong Kong, so that's basically
It's a
where
great
my
stun.
mind goes towards. And oh my god, forgive me, Simon.
That was a really good
I
stun.
didn't think your classic could do that sort of thing, but apparently it can. 18 seconds now.
Ooh,
Getting a little closer.
honestly,
Jonah P
you
on
need
the
got good
case.
timing here as well.
Try to secure this smoke, because you know the temptation
Kang.
would be to try and work through it. Chi-Chu has a
Going
go
for
at
a
it.
stun,
Doesn't
Joe.
work out. Kang Kang down a little low here.
Oops.
And all those opportunities fading.
Ooh, it didn't look nice.
G2,
Caught the
very-
back end of it.
I just
Didn't look
their
great.
composure is
Um,
impressive. Again, they were discussing.
Sure,
that
let's
they
get
were
the
gonna
buy
come in
rounds,
with a
but
different pace, right?
G2
Change the
looks
pace
so
up a
in
little bit,
control on this
play
map.
a little bit slower, almost be a little bit more methodical about it. And so far, it's holding true. I get nervous when we get down to like 25, but still.
Sure, yeah, you know, we can get on the edge of our seats just a little bit, but Valen thought that by sort of going for all these early active plays, rushing in the calls, it sort of let
Scaling
EDG
the
play
missile
the game
damage from the
style that
center will
they
be good. I
wanted
think
to.
that's what
So
they'll go
I think
for.
this half is gonna
They'll
be a
do
lot
what they
more
did to
G2
the
Drew
KO
style,
stuff.
slowing the rounds down, leaving embeds over towards stairs.
Like the same nerf to the
mound.
KO nade would work well for the
EDG
KO
without a
damage.
sentinel of their own are going to have to do good work to re-clear space.
Ooh,
and find
okay.
nice openers like that. You can't complain there.
Oh, you take those when you get them. Okay, let's have a look at the rest of the map. EDG having a walk, having a wander.
Yeah,
Stretching the
deciding not
legs.
to go
Get the
for
blood
their
flowing.
own full
That's the
aggro
one.
A, but
That's
instead
all,
just
but
taking
starting to feel a little
all
bit
the map
nervous
control.
If you are Chi-Chu.
Chi-Chu
And then again, it is
really
Chi-Chu.
in trouble.
Maybe I'm talking absolute
It's a
nonsense.
great
This
flash from
man's been
him.
an absolute monster. Not now.
Yeah,
Trent
he's getting
bullies him,
owned on this
takes
map.
the site. G2 have control on this now.
And they have the read as well, going up the zip line. I think they realize EDG, they would have hurt them already had they been coming.
Yeah,
to
maybe
fast
it's a read when they
retake,
have
but
just
instead,
one solo
that
of an
flank
Omen here.
drone doesn't actually see any players. EDG might be able to creep up on Jaw.
I feel like Jaw's ready for it though. He's looking towards his smoke. He's got a good idea.
Great
but Smog
shot
has
from
succeeded.
Smoggy.
Takes away Valen, and now they can start getting that stranglehold
great
going.
fade eye.
Jaw falls.
And you
He's
have a
down
good
to Trent and
util?
Jonah P, and they're looking in trouble here. A really hard post plant, but already that's a trade, but it's not quite good enough.
Honestly, the
No
flash was
more
good
to
to
be
make sure
done.
the Can could actually get to that
EDG
area.
proactive on the playback in, taking
Okay,
that
a
walk
lot
through
better from
B,
EDG,
and
but
will get
is this
themselves
just
on
not
the
all
board.
down to
I wouldn't
Smoggy,
be
really?
surprised
Killing
to
one
see
through the
EDG
smoke?
go for more
One
lurks
at
like
spawn?
that, right? If you're
Yeah.
worried about G2 leaving inserts and late lurks on you non-stop, just
Ooh,
push out the
nice
flanks, no
replay.
problem.
Goddamn.
That was probably the best time you could possibly find. Nice shot there too from Smoggy. As he was the sole presence coming in through his own spawn. If he falls, it's much easier for G2 to turn around and focus on those flankers. He was really the turning point in that round for EDG.
Okay, so bonus round has been navigated. EDG, get what you'd kind of expect, right? If it's a traditional game. This feels nothing like a traditional game, but we're looking at Trent already there. Big progress for him. Jaw, 2 away. On the other
Stingray,
side,
thank you so much for the
nothing
prime.
mega
Thank you,
close
thank
yet.
you.
Maybe Smoggy's
Thank you for the A-months.
is on the horizon. But it's certainly not there right now.
It's a pretty low commitment default from EDG. You've got nobody throwing a haunt from B
Stingy
site that
Ray,
lands over towards rubble.
say.
You've got Kong Kong sort
Okay,
of
a little
eyeing up
pressure
that
over
space
towards
and a
A,
one-way
create
towards
question
C,
mark.
but they're not getting
Insta group
G2 a
towards
lot to
B.
move on.
Drone.
G2 are gonna have to clear out
Interesting.
this
They
space. Realize
changed
maybe
their
towards
pathing with their
front,
drone
speed
as
up
well.
the B
Normally
side.
their drone
Yeah,
goes
they fancy
heaven
it
and they
now.
take heavy heaven
Temptation
control.
beckoning and ensnaring the senses, making that B side look almost
And
tantalizing.
so this might be a
Bronze in
thing
there.
just for
You can see the
EDG.
power
Maybe they
from
don't
deep.
start
They're
over
very
towards here
paranoid for
much.
EDG, that someone could be lurking towards that A side.
This fight here is everything. Jonah P gets in the corner.
Oh my god, the professor!
Really nice. Yeah, they've done their
Absolutely
homework.
teaching a lesson. Takes down 2, but a good trade. Now, Chichu, Nobody, and Smoggy have a long way back in here, though. Valen gonna be caught
Oh,
at the
that
gate.
was nice.
Nobody now takes the next
Saw
step
the
forward.
tether as well,
It's
so that,
perfect.
like the
3v3.
tether on the floor.
Nice from Chichu.
My god, are they gonna
Takes
win
away
this one?
Joel. A bit
Wait,
more
they
again.
handled this really
EDG
well.
unraveling
And by
G2.
them, I mean
It's
literally just
Leaf.
nobody on his
Oh, but
own.
maybe it's not just Leaf. Hold on. A 1v2 ain't easy though. Smoked off as well. Beckoned forward by the spam, by the tap on the spike. He's got to go. Nice
Damn,
try.
huge.
But better from Chichu. But the timing.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah, no, we saw the bubble, right? Oh my, that's close, man. And I think that's the difference between a close game and not a close map, because I think G2 just run away with it now.
Why not? And
Leafed.
what a fashion to do it because EDG, they're in a numbers down situation.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
right?
sick
And
from the
then they win
tether.
every
Just
single
the
1v1 they take.
rope of it.
Elba, Chichu, Smoggy on the flank.
Feeling like an EDG round, right?
God, sick from Leaf.
Get that kill just slightly faster on the reactions than Chichu. That round belongs to
They
EDG.
just laugh it off. It's good though.
They don't look too fussed about it, but
No.
I'm feeling the pressure now. 10-6, double digits made early. G2 looking to try and approach this, but EDG. Okay.
God, it's crazy to play this many people here against the breach.
Power of friendship, I suppose.
No. Hong Kong's got a bulldog. I don't feel like this might be the one that works for him. Though. You know, it's one of those weird rounds. Okay, I've been talking absolute nonsense. Jaws already got Kung Kung. Leafs identified that there was some pressure on the other side.
Nice shot from Smoggy. And they double the amount of guns over towards C. Here comes Jogamo with his ult, and you know he ain't got a backup TP, so he's sending it.
Right now, it's just Simon playing up inside of this smoke. He's got a bulldog in hand.
Doesn't get spotted either. They don't know about Simon here. Now they do. Quick little get out jail
Yeah,
free
didn't
card
see
there
the
for
little
Jaw,
tether-
but still, plant
tether
is
line.
in.
Heavy offsite post plant for G2.
Lol, this comes down to
Overforcing
Chichu.
like they did the last time around, but really it's Chichu with the rifle in hand to try and break this round open. He gets the first.
Oh, it's stunning from G2. More.
Oh, he
no,
spots
Joey
2.
P on the trade. Paranoia comes in, and now the numbers starting to fall.
Oh my.
This is looking rough. You can see the util being poured on here. Trent even going to claim it. Put the ult on top. They're taking no chances.
Yeah.
Smoggy had his ult.
Look at this
doesn't
after
feel like he's
planet.
gonna get the
Pretty much
chance
as
to
soon
use
as you
it
get
here.
the
G2
Teo
on
and the
verge of
breach
11,
set up
Smoggy
over
giving it
towards
a
tree, you
go.
just win.
Jonah P having
You
none of
can
it.
damage
G2
through here in terms
make it
of
out,
breach
even though
damage, you can
they're
Teo
dangerous.
damage,
It's
sometimes you're going to
11
have the ult from
nonetheless.
both as
For
well.
a couple ultimates into the mix, G2 aren't going to be thrilled about that, especially because EDG.
Teo, nah,
have a
Teo
great
is
ult cycle
annihilating
coming on
EDG.
through.
Like the Teo is wrecking them.
And ultimately,
I would love
here,
to
I
see
feel like
just
if
pure
G2 would be able to
damage
find
from
a second coming,
salvos at
there's
the
a world
moment.
where he gets 3 kills and can steal that round away.
The damage from salvos is through the
He's
roof.
good for his 1 kill, but in other days, he is having montage performance. He's getting those 3. That's the EDG that blew G2 out of the water. If he can, out of this timeout, tap back into that, it's going to be a lot more
Comp diff?
threatening.
Yeah,
as
I
we
agree.
close out this
It
first
is a
map.
comp diff.
EDG
I was just thinking the
the
EDG didn't
breaks.
react well to
Rightly
like the
so.
4A
It's
every
not
single
been a
time.
good first map for
Like
them,
it looks like
really.
if they don't get A on
string of
attack, they
rounds
have
alone,
no
I mean,
idea
we're
what to
looking at
do.
it, you guys can't see, but it is looking real G2-sided as it stands. So for now, I guess we could kind of put this in
Great
context.
map pick from
This
G2.
is G2's map choice.
Right.
They've had time now to plan how they want to approach
And
this.
I'm not sure
They come
EDG is
in
going to be
with
able
a
to do
lot
this
more
back to
information in
G2
their own minds, and they
on
come
the
off a
split,
very
but we'll
good
see.
win as well. These are things that should be in the forefront of their minds. Now, of course, they did get absolutely put to bed by EDG. the first
Anton,
time they met. That
probably,
first map, banger, brilliant, amazing. The rest, probably soon, hopefully forget it, right?
Yeah.
But here, it feels like G2 have a plan in mind that's working. EDG, I've rarely seen them look like a team without an answer, which is kind of what it's feeling like.
Usually EDG can find those answers in just the stellar performances of their individual players, especially in a comp like this, right? You don't lock in the clove and then not put up big numbers. Smoggy's doing well for himself, but so far we haven't had that lights-out superstar performance. We haven't had that one guy to
I mean,
step
that's
up
part of the
and
game
say,
though,
"Today's
Sheriff.
the day, EDG are winning."
Squishy Bear with the tier 1.
Every
Thank you so much for
other
the 2
match
months,
they
dude.
played this year.
G2, no.
Looks like a very
They could
simplistic
2-0
start,
us.
but there is a
They could
default
really
being held
2-0
at
us.
both extremities
I
here.
think that split fixes are easy.
Could open up that door and fight into B main, but G2 have a chance to pinch themselves going through a one-way.
But it's going to find so little, I think. It's Jonah P to deny Smoggy, going to force
Dude,
the res,
and-
but it's G2 being played in here. Deals with Shaw, doesn't fall foul to it, but a diving Jonah P puts him
Smoggy
to bed.
struggling with a
He's down
door.
4v4. Jonah P is an absolute monster.
Oh
Trent
boy, they're
gonna
getting
find
wrecked
Simon.
on this.
Why does G2 make this look easy? This is EDG. These are the reigning champions, and right now, G2 are walking all over them. I can't believe it. And you can get one, but one is not enough. G2 are there
Mountain,
in numbers.
EDG, yeah, I love it.
Kung Kung, if there was a
It's just
player
not a
to
great
do it,
map for them.
To deny the 12, you'd argue it could be him.
This is why the best of 5.
Right now,
Like, this is why the
G2
best of 5
looking
getting
like
to the
they're on
final and winning
another
this best of
level
3 is huge for
utility
both of
there
these
to
teams.
stall.
Like, they
time being
both have
bought.
maps they're not good
The
at.
first man has a go, but Leaf's just toying with him, playing with his food. Kung Kung can't get past.
Aim
the
very,
go
very nice on
signal.
this.
This is wild. It's not that it's just a win, and at least in my mind, at 12-6, it's the fashion in which G2 are making EDG look out of sorts.
Almost that systematic destruction in every single opening tool taken. EDG
Which map is
love to
G2
play
not
the
good
volley
at?
style.
They're not good at
They
Fracture.
excel at it.
And then in
They
theory,
do.
they're not
But
good at
Jonah P's
binds, but they
awareness
might
to
have fixed their
every new
bind in
player
the
that's
2 days
swinging
off.
him off an angle. You know, his teammate gets taken down, so he trades them out. Door opens, instantly ready on the swing, on that 50-50.
How good is G2 split? We don't really
That
know.
one,
We've seen it
though,
once,
right?
and it
Things
didn't
will
look
change,
good.
you'll get closer.
But they could also just
12
fix
to
it
6
in
will go
about
back in, and it feels
a day,
familiar,
because they
right?
could
This
just
feels
steal
like
all
we've
of
been here
Sentinel
before.
stuff.
But G2 stake their claim over towards Rubble.
And as soon as they get Sentinels fast A heaven, like A default that they do, they're going to be so fine. As in, like, it's going to look good. Okay, 6 chances.
They could walk into this. Yeah, Kung Kung this time is fired up. And
Whoa,
then
and sleeping.
Just
Look at that.
drift. Oh my God.
Holy, bro.
I don't understand what I'm seeing.
Damn,
This is
dudes.
EDG.
Give me
This
the
is
next
not
map.
A second tier team. This is one of the best in the
Looking
world.
like me
Arguably
and Mini
the
playing
best
ranked out
in
there.
the world. And right now they look asleep at the wheel. G2 just driving forward. We're going to need heroics to save this round. Maybe it's nobody's time to shine. G2 there, Smoggy there. Valen and Jonah P to claim, but Jonah P has been a monster. Nasty in his work. Valen in the smoke. Chichu catches. Nice.
Okay,
from Chichu.
keep him
That was
alive.
better, but that felt
Laugh off the
bizarre
whiffs.
halfway through that round.
Left scratching your head for a moment there. Even though EDG had done all the great opening work, nobody finding the pick into mid, that first kill towards
Replay guy, relax.
got a little bit diabolical.
God, I think it looked worse the
Need someone
second
like
time
G2
round.
to heat up a bit here, right? G2, give me a little something, because we've been singing this guy's praises, you know? On for the MVP, the big man kind of taking all
Okay,
the limelight.
5 chances.
These are the games we need you to show up in as well. He's not doing badly, he's 14-15, but you know, he's a superstar. So we go again at 12-7. G2 held off from that wanted 13. Smoggy, big shot,
Nice
big
shot.
Oh,
Whoa!
gorgeous. A third
What the
potentially
hell
as
was
well.
that, bro? That was sick.
Waits.
No idea about
Fighting
Trent.
Front B is going to be everything. As smokes
Edge.
come in, Trent tries
Nice
to fight
shots.
his way out, carve himself
The
away on
TP.
through.
Yeah,
You
but
two should
Smoggy,
be double
he's
swinging
still on this
together.
one, he's still
Someone
there.
wide
They're still
swing
trying to
that.
battle it out towards B, but Smoggy's controlling so much.
Didn't hear the TP? Oh my
You're a
goodness.
lucky boy, Smoggy. The gods smiled on you this round, but Valen left in a 1v3. Got Spike, got ult.
Plenty of time too. A paranoia, a couple of smokes. He's got a hunt
Gotta be
out
tempted
first
to use
kill,
the
though,
ult, but you
getting
could also
spotted
just use
is
it in a
brutal.
round where
He's got 1v1s on basically every single site he wants
you're
to
gonna
go
win
to.
with your team.
Now, do you fancy a chance against Smoggy, who's kind of 1v4'd your team?
Kinda
I mean, yeah,
killed
he
everyone
has just
this
been
round, so I
one-tapping
wouldn't like
everyone.
that personally.
Do you even invest your paranoia to clear this close corner? Do you back him still on it? Because Smoggy certainly does the setup here.
Ooh,
Nice
smoke
edge, and it's
smoke
Smoggy.
behind
What a
to make him
stunner
look like
from
he's
him. 4 kills
falling
and a
back and
step
holding
back.
sight.
In this
That's
replay,
cool.
I want you to watch Smoggy. Of course, excellent gunplay
was nice.
from Chichu.
Great
is the
shots
one
from
that
him as well.
bails him out. Smoggy gets stunned back here, but a paranoia catches both of these players.
Damn.
There's the clone and the Yoru. That's what gives him the chance in the round. Then he has the one-way, those BDCs running on through it.
God, that's so clean.
Clinical.
G2's first time out here. Something. They don't like it.
Okay, 4
Because there's
chances.
something special
I still
about
think they're
EDG, and
so
I feel like
fine.
we haven't had much of a chance to talk about it in this game because G2 were the better team so far.
You just go A default
But
heavy.
12-8. I still get nervous when I look at EDG because there's still that.
Maybe
chance
they have
you
to
get
eco, so they'll
around
save it.
Smoggy.
But
Oh yeah.
And that's without talking about Chichu, Kung, nobody. So
talk about saving.
they're
I'm
terrifying.
pretty sure they're like saving
start
ults for that
activating
round as well. So
that's
good that
that's
Valen didn't
9
use his
rounds.
here.
Look, Pansy.
11.
Will they
EDG
nerf
had
Teo
won
after
2
this
rounds in a
event?
row,
Yeah,
like
for
the last
sure.
15 rounds.
It'll be
Now they've
sometime
gotten
during
over- they
split
win
one.
2 in a row. G2
There's
call
no
a
way the
timeout.
damage stays
things
like
I'm
this.
looking at right now
Yep.
are a little bit spooky. Yeah, okay. G2 have a
Talk to me.
buffer of
What's
4
spooky?
rounds.
What's spooky here? T?
Well, I see 5 stingers for G2. That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2,
Yep.
Kong's decided to go for the operator. And honestly, when I've been watching a lot of the early fights that EDG have been doing well, they've been leaving Kong sort of on an island.
Okay,
to
here
take
come the
those
stingers,
isolated
so
fights, fighting a lot more around
be hit
Sliggy
with a
and
luck
G2.
from
So I
Leaf,
think
and then
playing the
honestly,
offense
next
hands
round, if
could
they
just
lose this,
work.
you're gonna see him heavy go
Slipped
A.
away a few rounds towards the end of regulation.
But I've heard a thing about Americas with stingers.
Yeah, they're
America's
kind of good with it.
famous about it, right? They work better out there.
They're a little
Now,
bit wild.
it's crazy that Riot tuned them that way, but we'll see. Okay, EDG. If you want to make a game out of this, it starts now. Make this look
Yeah, this is
clean.
brand new
Make
from
this
them.
look like you have
Never
the
seen this
perfect
TP from
purchase
them.
Up against a bunch of stingers.
Flash,
Show me
stun,
what you can
Teo,
do,
damage
because
close,
already
force them out
G2
into the
have a
open.
plan, and Jaw,
It was a great idea. No, it was a cool idea. It's just the fact that EDG had the most perfect setup, and as soon as that stun came in, they stunned back.
Trying to work back
I like
in,
the
but
idea though,
yeah,
this was
EDG
cool.
can just fall back into an
This is
ice
like on the
crossfire.
fly
It was a great
idea,
counter
I'm
stun
pretty
from
sure.
Simon into the blast that
We at
took
least
out
haven't seen this
G2's
from
duelist,
G2
and
before.
Now the stall is just about
Cool.
endless.
not going to get the opening move they wanted out of that. It was a nice little idea. I like the approach, the mentality. Doesn't really stick the landing.
And the worst part is G2 needed that to work because that would open up the lurk for Leaf to move into the A side.
How long until they
Because
get
weren't
ults?
able to make much headway.
Jogamo's 2 away,
Kong's off is
Trent
still back
3,
towards stairs, so Leaf
Jonah
moving
miles
forward
away, and Leaf has ult.
absolutely mental.
Here we go. Could be an X factor here, or it could be nothing. All up, G2 move in. Now focus through towards tree. Kong doesn't really get much play here. At least
I
not
mean, they
yet.
get over towards the site with
A little
stingers.
nervous when Trent's around.
Probably be paying attention.
Been sharp.
This
Kong
feels like it's a hard
It's a
retake
bit
still.
early.
He's feeling brave on this one. He's feeling quite bold, actually. Kept secured by the smoke, but only for a second. Look, who's closing in on the other side as well. So just a centimeter.
Valen, you're crazy. At least they went to do it together. Oh, they put the ult into it? Oh boy.
Down to 3v2. They're going to force out the ult as well. Simon taking no chances here. They want to bulldoze forward. Oh, I told you about these stingers. And maybe it's true. Smoggy has to pull this off himself. And the time is
Damn,
ticking.
dude. 2v3, they put the Viper ult into it. Respect, man. They got so much confidence in their stingers with the Viper ult.
I can't believe it's going down like that. G2 on
Yeah, nicely
5
done.
stingers in a 4v5 no less.
I think
Pull away
the
the
scoreline
round,
doesn't
take map
actually
one in this series,
do
which
it
Peru
justice, because
is
I think that
headed to the
G2
grand
really
finals.
wrecked them here. I really do. I think EDG got lucky to get 5 on attack with what was going on.
It's gonna be a robbery. So Tokyo